So you can build your tracks up in your session for your mixer. I can build this up, get the view I want to see. Let's go back here to view again. And I want to see the instruments. Here's the instruments right here, right? I get a better view. I may also want to see here we go, the automatic delay compensation. So I can see how much delay has to be applied to each track within the system to cut down on latency, which we'll cover more in our ADC lesson. Now right here, of course, you'll see I have an instrument here, right, as an insert into a track. And this is MIDI, right here. And here we have this drum part. So I can always go to insert, and let's say I want to select an insert. I want to pick something out. Let's say I want to get something we can actually really hear. I'm going to pull up a little delay. And I'll get this little delay right here, and we'll put it in there like that. And now I get my delay. Now I'll play the drums, and I have this delay that I can apply to the drums. I can pick up a preset. So say I put an insert in here, and it's applying it to the audio that's in this track. Let's close that window, and I can also just get rid of that. I go here, no insert, and there are no inserts. I can also do sends, where I can send the sound to someplace else. I can send the output of this sound to, let's say, this auxiliary, for example, and send the output there. I can bus here, from here also. And this has to deal with our I/O section, which we'll cover in our next video about the I/O and the routing paths within Pro Tools. Now you can also size up your tracks. If you press Option, Command, and M, you'll notice I can shrink them down. If I have a lot of tracks, I may want to shrink them down. I know what they are. I just shrink them down and just see the faders only. I may not want to see much more information than that. I can press Option again, Option, Command, and M again, and then we open it back up again. I can also hold down Control, Option, and Command, and I can change or widen up this view of my meters. So click right there, and the meters get wider. You'll notice we have colors, and the colors signify what each instrument is, or each track is, for example. Here you'll see I have these blue colors right here, and that's for the audio. This green represents our auxiliary track. The red, the master, the purple here is our MIDI track. Now if I click here or double click there like I did in the edit window, we'll get this view here. And you can click here and you see I have tracks, clips. I can have colors for groups and markers for everything. And it's a great way to organize your system and your setup. This way, when you do start working in Pro Tools, you can automatically recognize which tracks are what. It makes it much easier. Let's close the window out a little bit more. Now also, you'll see I've got this view going on here, a much better view of the faders and this audio level in the metering right there, right? Now, if I right-click in this meter, we'll get to see the different setups I can have for that meter. Now, I can go to Classic. Let's go back here to Master. I can have that Classic metering for this one. And see the meter change? That meter changed to the Classic view that we've had in Pro Tools years ago. And it gives us a Classic view where I go from 0 dB up to 0 to 60. So 60 to 0 dB right there. I may want to have this just for my session, where the master fader will have that metering view, and then the other ones will have the sample peak view. And I can go to right here actually, and so to go here, I can option click. I can make everything back to the same thing. So it's option click, and I can make all the meters read the same way, where it's going to be classic, as you can see here, Pro Tools Classic. We have this other one here, which is venue, peak, and venue RMS. And see that meter change right there? So select the meter that works best for you. I like to see it a lot because I can see where 0 dB's at. And then I know how much above 0 dB we are right here, right? And here's our peak, our venue peak right there. And we go right back to classic, and the meter changes. And this is very important when actually working within your session and you're in your mixing mode, or you're trying to mix. You want to see where the levels are and make sure you're not peaking out or one's higher than the other. So it's a great way to look at the mixer with a bigger meter.